different. They gave me a different one.
What's up, horror fam? Steven, A.K.A. Bojangles here, and once again, I have my co-host Necro with me, and tonight, we're going to be discussing a topic that is near and dear to both of our black hearts. The Halloween franchise, but the trick's on us, because we're going to be discussing certain films from the franchise. We're going to talk about Rob Zombie's Halloween duology versus the new Halloween duology, Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. I don't think we can technically compare it to Halloween Ends yet, so we may get screwed into doing another one of these, dude.
Oh yeah, we gotta totally do it after the third one comes out.
Oh, hell yeah.
We gotta see how it concludes, man. We don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah, who knows, dude? Who knows?
It could have been Jamie Lee the whole time.
Yeah, Laurie Strode. It turns out she has dementia. Like Reggie Bannister and Phantasm Ravager.
Yep, the last one.
Yeah, and she's the one that's doing all the killing. That's how Halloween ends. Yeah, so hey man, I see a bunch of familiar faces in here. We got the horror fam going strong, dude. Look at all those members.
Nice.
Got Dragon Blues, Patty, J.K., Earl. Oh my goodness. And then we got Chris Harrison, Michael Paul. What's up? Love you too, brother man. Gory Tiger, what's up, brother? So, I think we're going to have to get a poll going here, dude. What people like better, Rob Zombie's Halloween or Halloween 2018?
Yeah, man, let's see what they think.
Hell yeah, man. Alright, so, I know you just watched Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 for what, the first time?
For the first time. That's how much I hated the Rob Zombie first movie. I boycotted.
Man. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that, dude. So I can only imagine what the hell you have to say about Halloween 2, because at this point, like I have accepted what the hell Halloween 2 is, man. Or his rendition of it, whatever you want to call that. But
I'll save it for you when we get to it, but I think you'll be surprised.
All right, so okay, let's go with, we'll discuss them in hell the order they came out by release date, I guess. So Rob Zombie's Halloween, how did you feel about that, man?
I walked over and saw that at a local theater. I was so excited about it. The previous sequels were so bad, and here's Rob Zombie going to come and revitalize the whole series and bring his slasher gore touch to it, bring something new, hopefully, to it. And I walked out of it, and I just hated it.
Woo!
Yeah, I hated it. I swore I would never watch, any sequel that he would put out for it. Just totally hated it. The first half of the movie, or first quarter of the movie, is trying to give Michael Myers a backstory. And for people out there, it's Halloween. The original is probably my favorite horror movie. I love it. Yeah. I love it even down to researching like that they used a blue filter at night and an orange filter during the day, and it reminded me of my grandpa's neighborhood in California. And so when I went to see this, I thought, okay, bring something new to the table, which he did. I mean, he brought a backstory, which I is one of the things I didn't want to see. And then he shot for shot redid the original Halloween movie, and it was like, why did you do it that way? It's like, why? I don't get it. I didn't understand.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So I did not see Rob Zombie's Halloween in theaters. I actually made the mistake and reserved that for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and what a hell of an experience that was. But I've already discussed this with Briggs, so some of you people may be like, God damn it, this record's on repeat, man. But so the thing is with Rob Zombie's Halloween is that the Halloween franchise was in such a place that you had to do something different. Like, you had to. So I appreciate that he tried to at least give us something different. Because, I mean, we had already had, like, 8 movies of the same stuff. I mean, except for Halloween 3. But the thing is, man, he so for like the first hour of it, it follows young Michael Myers, and then after that, it basically transforms into like a shot-for-shot remake of the original, almost just updated. So, but Michael Myers' childhood, and I will say, man, that I absolutely love that in the original Halloween series, you have no idea what the hell is up with Michael Myers and why he kills people and what the hell he's doing. Like, I love the ambiguity of it. I think that is scarier than any explanation. But like I said, I know he had to do something. I appreciate him trying to do something different. The thing is, what he chose to give us, it was like he sat down and read the serial killer's handbook.
Yep.
And then put that to film, man. I mean, like I told Briggs, and I've said this since the movie came out, I'm surprised he didn't go the full 9 with it and have Michael Myers playing with fire and pissing the fucking bed. You know what I'm saying?
Probably in the deleted scenes, you know, it's like, I wanted to do that. They just wouldn't let me. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah, and I see a bunch of new faces in here. What's up, John? And also, what's up, John Heckman? Love you too, brother man. And you too, Patty. She says she's not familiar with the movies, but she just really loves us.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. And yes, Jonas, what's up, brother?
Hey,
Hell
Jonas.
yeah. He's fresh back from a Cradle of Filth concert. I gotta give him a nod for that, man. I was wearing a Cradle of Filth shirt on last night's stream, Jonas, just for you, brother.
Like it.
But so yeah, man. So I actually like Rob Zombie's remake of the original movie because, like I said, like the weakest part to me is the beginning, but then after that, it essentially turns into the first film, and I love the first film. So, you know, I wouldn't rate it as highly, of course, as the original, but...
Well, talking back about the original, I mean, he wasn't even called Michael Myers in the script. He was referred to as the Shape. And then once Rob Zombie got a hold of it, yeah, I would have almost rather that he was given carte blanche to do the first movie like how he was with the sequel. And that's actually when we get to talking about Halloween 2, they should have just let him do the movie the way he wanted to do it the whole way through. Not
Totally
do it shot
agreed.
for shot.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the reasons why I didn't like it. He basically already had the script. He didn't get to put his mark on the rest of the film, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
But they should have taken his first part of the movie and just let him continue from there. Let him tell his own story about it, even if he kept some of the same elements. But it was so close to the original. It was like, you just showed me something that was totally different than the original. And then you had it go into what I'd already seen in the original. So now I'm just left with 8.
Well, man, another problem that Rob Zombie runs into, and Jonas, man, send some of the barbecue over my way, brother. But a problem that I think Rob Zombie runs into is that all of his characters are the fucking same. And, like, you know, every single one of his bad guys or whatever are always the same, man. They're going to be like these raving redneck hillbillies that are just vile and gross, and every time, like, without exception, dude, like, think about the redneck goodness we got in Rob Zombie's Halloween. I mean, you have the stepdad who's just run around talking shit. Are you jealous of your own daughter's ass? You know, fucking William Forsythe run around. You got, you know, greasy-haired motherfuckers, and of course, young Michael Myers' mom is a stripper, Deborah Myers. You know, I mean, that's a change from the original in itself. You know, it's like they're, you know, and somebody told me it, like, everybody in it's just white trash, and that's just all he knows. So that's all he does with it. And, you know, there's some inconsistencies between his first movie and the sequel too. There was like, okay, was he going to do the first movie different if he had been totally left alone?
and because the sequel to me is totally different than the first movie, with good things with it though.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he felt like he completed task with
Yeah.
the first movie, and then by the time the second rolled around, he didn't want to do it. He did not. He wanted to move on from the Halloween franchise or whatever. And they basically told him, like, either you're going to do it or someone else will. And he got to thinking about, but those are my characters, and this is my story, and these are the things I did. And he got protective over it and came back. And, you know, he blames a lot of what happened with Halloween 2 on the studio and that they didn't let him do the film that he was going to make. But also, man, you know, if you listen to interviews and stuff, it sounds like he didn't know what the fuck he wanted to do anyway. Like, Danielle Harris called him out on that.
Oh, with the second movie, you could tell he didn't know what he wanted to do. I mean, the first 20 plus minutes are a dream.
Dude, that is my oh my god. So I went to see the second one in theaters. And dude, you know, for all the times Rob Zombie pissed me off, and he has, for sure, after I saw the second one in theaters, man, I came out of that like, I wasn't mad at him. I felt bad for him. I was like, holy shit, man, this poor dude is just an incompetent filmmaker, writer, all of the above. Because, I mean, I'm telling you, man, so, you know, Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2 is my favorite of the series. And I think a lot of that is due to the fact that it takes place in a hospital, and it's so claustrophobic. Laurie's injured, she's struggling, she's doped up. You know, the hospital has her on all of these drugs and stuff, and man, the Shape is let loose in that son of a bitch, and it's a fight for her life, man. And we've all been to hospitals, dude. I can walk in there at fucking 3 p.m. when the sun is shining out there, man, and I'm going to get lost on a good day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Imagine that shit at like 1 in the morning and you're all doped up and hazy and Michael Myers is chasing you, dude. Like, so
terrifying.
Yeah, so when Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 started off like that, it was like just a faster paced, more gritty, gorier version of the original Halloween 2, and I was like, oh man, I can get behind this shit, like, because I love Halloween 2. I was like, it's going to be that, but with like a Rob Zombie edge to it. And I was like, I could dig that. But
yeah, it's shot really well. I mean, it is. It is. Wow, this is really intense. It's like, I mean, she's backed in a corner of like this one, like shed, or I don't even know what that like out. I don't even know what you call it.
And that's well, it's like a guard shack.
Yeah, okay, guard check. Yeah. Thanks.
But man, and that's the thing with Rob Zombie that is consistent. He does always get great cinematography and lighting and these angles and stuff, and set design. But dude, after 20 minutes when I realized it was a dream, I was so pissed off in the theater. It literally made me cringe. My eyes rolled. And then, but also, you know, I could see the argument, well, he wasn't, you know, who wants to see Halloween 2 again, but Rob Zombified. When you look at that first 20 minutes in contrast to the rest of the damn movie, you see which idea was better, in my opinion. I mean, which route he should have taken. But
I mean, they could have done something to incorporate it where it wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
You know, not take that whole... It took all the meaning out of that beginning away.
Yeah, see, that is why I hate dream sequences typically. I typically hate them 95% of the time. It is a very cheap way for a filmmaker to do something without any consequences whatsoever.
Hello out there, Twilight fans. Are you listening to that?
Yeah, so like I've never seen them, but I have heard of that shit, man. Where in the Twilight films, like the whole series is leading up to this climax, this big battle, and then apparently you get like a 30-minute dream sequence in one of them. That of the
It's
battle.
the whole battle. The end of the battle is the whole battle is super epic. I'm sitting there. People are dying that you know that
Yeah.
that supposedly you were supposed to like, and I'm just cheering like, yes, they died. Cool. This is
Yeah.
epic. This is great. And then at the end of it, nah, it's a dream.
Oh, I
Well, it
hate
wasn't a
that.
dream. It was a this is going to happen if we fight.
Yeah.
It's what one of the vampires said to the other side of the vampires and said that's it. I'm
Oh,
like, oh my
yeah.
god. And so that they agree to walk away, and that's how the movie ends. It's a big walk
Oh,
away. Yeah,
what?
I know it's
What?
awful.
Oh
It's
my
awful.
god, dude. Yeah, so that's why I can't do dream sequences, like I said, typically.
Yeah.
Because shit's gonna happen and it's just so cheap. So cheap, man. You know, especially to start a movie
it cheated
with one.
the entire audience.
Absolutely.
And I can say for the girls in the movie, I mean the girls who were watching the movie, they didn't want certain characters to die. Totally get that. But
Yeah.
for the guys who've been dragged through, there's the first one, the second one, the third movie, and then they broke up like I think the last book into 4 and 5. Okay, we've sat through us guys have sat through 5 movies, and you finally give us the payoff. This is why you came to the movies, guys. This is why it's going to happen. And then, boom, it didn't happen. It was like, you hate us. Stop hating us.
I cannot believe you got roped into watching that stuff, man. That's rough. That is rough. But the big question is right now, and I want to get the audience in on this, man. Were you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
That should be the next poll.
It should be. And see, people, this is what Rob Zombie does to us. He inspires Twilight talk. Damn it.
I know.
Because they're comparable in some weird, messed up way.
So
But,
I do have something to tell you, though, about Halloween 2 for Rob Zombie.
oh, yeah?
I liked it.
Oh, my goodness. What would you give it? 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Probably give it a 6.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, above an average movie but I still think there's so much bad in it to say, because we got the dream sequence that was terrible.
Yeah.
But then he got into it. Almost seemed like he started to get into what he's good at.
Yeah.
You know, he started to treat the movie like it was a music video. He that party sequence at the end where they're dancing and there's drug use and it's alcohol, and there's that scene where one of the girls gets a guy out to the van and Michael shows up. I mean, just it started to get to that gritty feel of where, okay, you're good at this. But look, it's still a bad movie. That's why it's a 6, because it's not. I didn't think it was terrible. Most people, I think I went into it with expecting it to be a negative number. Yeah. But I really liked a lot of his sequences. Brad Dourif was amazing. Anytime he's actually following plot and some sort of coherentness without just forcing a scene. Like, I felt the scene where he goes to the strip club is very forced. You know, I'm sure he was thinking, I need more people to kill, so I'm going to have him go to the strip club. And anybody ever asked me about it, well, his mom was a stripper and he's seeking vengeance on the stripper people. And it's just like, you threw that in. That was stupid. You shouldn't have done that. It would have been more interesting to have Michael watching them or following them around. You know, he runs into the same problems that some of the new movies have. It's like, how did Michael get from here to here so quickly? He doesn't drive, and you know, at least you don't see him driving. I don't know it, but Rob Zombie, to me, when he starts treating scenes in a more psychedelic type of realm and just it tries to entertain you, I think that's when he does better. When he tries to tell a story and but add a bunch of stuff in the middle of it to make it more interesting, at least for him, I don't know. And then he kind of screws himself up. I mean, he's not. He should just say, "I'm not a filmmaker. I'm an entertainer."
Yeah. Well, what did you think when they recast Dag Faerch as young Michael? Just So, I feel like, a lot of people shit on that. They shat on that decision because it's so obviously like a different kid.
I
Like it's
barely noticed. I didn't even
like
care.
but probably because it's been so long since you've seen Rob Zombie's
Yeah.
Halloween 1. But
I rewatched the beginning part again. Because I wanted to remember, like, there was a part where his mom kills herself off,
uh-huh.
and then you hear Lori, Angel screaming in the background. Um,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
that's why I was talking about the inconsistencies between the first movie and the second movie. Is his mom takes on this negative role in the movie, and that almost like he tries to again force the family of like the House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. He's like trying to bring that aspect into a Halloween movie, which would have
Yeah.
been cool had his mom been the bad guy from the first movie and making him bad.
Yeah.
And she wasn't. She was a good mom. She was trying. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's like he. My problem with Sherry Moon Zombie is that despite the character, like he
Yeah,
killed
she's
her
too
ass.
smart for you.
No, they killed her ass in the original, man. And like he
Yeah.
is going to shoehorn her into every fucking project no matter what. So they kill off her character in the original.
Yeah.
So in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, she shows back up as a fucking angelic ghost with a white horse just trotting around like, and they had to recast the damn kid in it, which was jarring to a lot of people. I remember when it came out, like people were not happy with that for whatever reason. But it's like he could have totally fucking avoided that if he wouldn't have shoehorned Sherry Moon Zombie into the son of a bitch. I mean, hell, the kid was unnecessary too. He could have got around that, but it's like,
Yeah.
anytime that motherfucker has to do some form of creative writing, it's like he fumbles, dude. Like,
But did you see what I meant when they drag they drag you through this scene of where there's the girl on the table and the weird stuff going on? That's the type of thing that I would expect out of Rob Zombie, of where I'm like, I don't really understand what's going on, but this is a little bit entertaining for me because it's really out there, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm entertained.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
It's like that could be a music video though, because it's like you can't have an incoherent mess for like an hour and a half. You just can't, like.
Yeah.
Let's throw random Pumpkin Kings in, and then
Pumpkin King.
hell yeah! Oh no, we're getting spammed by the adult bots right now. Oh man, that's the most action this chat is getting right now, man. Where's all of our viewers at, dude? I wanna. Are we putting people to sleep? What is going on? Like, we started off really strong. There's 17 people in here, and yes, Jonas, take out the trash, Howard. Poor Jeff Daniel Phillips. Went out there and told Michael Myers to hit the bricks and got his face smashed. But man, probably. Well, and there's another question I want to ask you too, and it's about Rob Zombie's first Halloween. I don't know.
Okay.
I would imagine you've seen both cuts. Okay, so there's two different ways Rob Zombie escapes from the mental asylum. One is he's being transferred yet again.
Because that's important. He has to be transferred.
Yeah, that son of a bitch is. No wonder he can fucking drive. He's in the car 90% of his movies.
Yeah.
Like,
just watching what's going on.
Yeah, but there is that version. Like, he's being transferred, and Bill Moseley's in there and everything. But and in typical Michael Myers fashion, he just breaks out. But then in the director's cut or unrated version or whatever, it's because a couple of, figure this shit, man, redneck hillbilly orderlies decide to sexually assault a fellow inmate at
Sounds reasonable.
at good old Smith's Grove. And Michael Myers breaks out. That was, so I was wondering which escape do you like better?
Oh man, it can't be the hillbilly one for sure, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said though, with the first movie, it's like it seems like he's just drawing off a source material and trying to like, oh, I'll just do it this way and just do it that way, and I'll just borrow from this and borrow from that, and yeah, sorry, J.K. I mean, I was trying to be nice. I mean, I had just watched the movie.
Yeah, let him have it, J.K.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm speaking relative to the rest of the series. I mean, like when you get into 5, 6, 7, and 8, you're just kind of like, oh my god, it's better than those. But it's a D. It's a D in my name.
That might make it a little easier to digest, J.K. But for me, my friend, that whole movie was like an oh my god. And now I've kind of like accepted it for what it is. I like the cinematography and the look and feel of it in parts that he achieves with that cinematography. Like it has a nice Halloween/fall autumn feel to it.
I think if he had let me edit the film and just remove certain scenes, I think you would have seen, because I focused on the scenes that I liked. I kind of just was very dismissive about the scenes that I didn't like. Like I didn't like the stripper scene. I mentioned that before. Mm-hmm. And they're just other parts.
Wasn't smart enough for you, or?
No, it wasn't smart enough for me.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's just, that sort of stuff too. It's just like, let me cut this up a little bit.
What did you think about the random hillbillies that he just wandered into in the middle of like a fucking cornfield?
That would have been another part of it too. I mean, it just that scene felt very forced. It's like they had to force another scene of deaths in there because he couldn't figure out what to do. Yeah,
very. What the hell is that new movie called that everybody's talking about where you got to be a Quiet Place? Very much like that when they run into that random dude in the middle of the woods and he just screams or what, like, why? But man, so one, I will say though, there is one moment in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 that stands out head and shoulders above the rest. And for good things, okay? For bad things, it's gotta be that stupid ass horse wandering around with Sherry Moon Zombie. But for good things, I'll never get over that fucking horse. That's the dumbest thing I've probably ever seen. Shoehorned into a horror movie, but dude, it has to be when Annie dies and Brad Dourif discovers her body, man, and just, oh my god, that is such an emotional, earth-shattering moment.
And he collapses on the floor. It's like he's now at a point where he sees his daughter just maimed and killed in front of him, and man, it's terrible.
Yeah, man, and that dude must have been a total sweetheart, man. He lets Lori come and live with them.
Yeah.
And, he's joking around at the dinner table and stuff like that. And, you can tell, like, the community has went down as a whole since the first movie, and, the family, but, man, when he comes in and finds her dead, dude, it's so wild. So wild. But...
sorry, I had to change my screen a little bit. I saw Naked HD XYZ. Everyone's here to.
Oh god, yeah, yeah, we've officially made it, dude. We've had 2 adult bots come into the room tonight, so.
Yeah. We need that. And we need adult bots.
Yeah, we do need sex on demand in this channel, baby. And
for all I know, they're recruiting. It's like, where do we sign up?
And Crazy Shark 8000, man. Hey, glad you made it into the stream. First time I'm seeing your name in here, dude. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and stick around. Join that horror fan, brother. And John, same with you, man. Subscribe button it up. First time seeing you in here, dude. But now
Thanks, Crazy Shark, about the transfer thing. The transferring is just awesome. I mean, they use it in the new ones, too.
Oh, my God, yeah. It's like, Okay, so y'all, we're going to get into that shit. Like the new one, oh my god. But yeah, man, like so I will ask because J.K. brings this up. Yeah, but Annie should have died in the first one. How do you feel about that?
I was actually surprised she was in the second one. I was like, how did she live? I thought she died.
Yeah. So you can get more of her boobies, duh.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Her boobies gets a redo. But and that's a question, man. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring that shit up because Danielle Harris has been on like a campaign, and when she first did it, it was under the guise of like it's just a joke, people. Like, but then it became, you could tell she was serious about it, and then it became like a campaign, and there's like a Change.org petition for it and everything. She wanted to come back for the new Halloween franchise, the new trio of films. What do you think, man? Do you think they should have brought her back, or
why not? I mean, I don't. What was the argument against it?
well, I think I can't remember exactly right now.
It's going to confuse the horror audience.
I think they wanted to disassociate or put as much distance as they could between those movies and what they were doing now, if I remember correctly. And which is fucking crazy because they bring Jamie Lee Curtis back, and you know.
I mean, I don't think horror fans would have been confused with it. I mean, I think what they said was probably the biggest one. Is so she's in 4 and 5, and then she's in both the Rob Zombie ones.
Well,
she's been in 4 of them. So,
but her character is, to be fair, like her character is killed off in 6. And then she dies once again in Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. Like, does Danielle Harris just want to die in every fucking iteration of the series?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Let's see, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. It's like, she was clearly not happy with them not bringing her back, and I can see the argument, even though. But, the new films weren't following that storyline. But she's like, what the fuck? Jamie Lee Curtis has a kid in this new storyline, and she did in the original, damn it, bring me back. But they were like, nah.
Just as long as they didn't bring the kid back from H2O. Josh Hartnett.
Oh, you didn't like Josh Hartnett, dude. Why not?
I didn't like H2O, so...
Who did? But dude, Josh Hartnett.
But we already went through that. That's all the Kevin Williamson stuff, and
but Josh Hartnett has that really cool voice he does, dude, where he talks like this. So he can sound really cool. He's got his own little set of fry vocals there, and we've just ended the poll for which is better in the chat: Halloween 2018 or Rob Zombie's Halloween. Can you guess who won? It was Halloween 2018.
Who voted Rob Zombie Halloween? Is that one person or two?
I don't know. I'm not good with my maths, as it were. So, out of 19 votes, Rob Zombie's Halloween took a 5%. So, but oh yeah, Jonas, we got the drink flowing, baby. Well, J.K. man, yeah, as much as they threw in fan service jerk you off segments in the new Halloween films, like they could have thrown Danielle Harris in somewhere, I suppose.
Could have just had her in the background or something, and not even given her a main character.
Yeah, they could have.
Yeah, J.K. said a random town person.
Yeah, but okay, man. So moving on to Halloween 2018, it's been 70 years later. They've Jason Blum gets his greedy ass little hands on the Halloween property and decides that they're going to make a direct sequel to Halloween 1.
And totally throw your favorite in the trash can.
Yeah, ain't that some bullshit? They're like, nah, Halloween 2 wasn't good enough, motherfucker. We're gonna, we're really gonna grind it into the damn ground. Which is bullshit, man. But, so, Halloween 2018, man, I saw that in theaters. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think? I gotta know.
I liked it. There was
What?
one scene in the whole movie where I wish they had done it differently because it didn't fit with the rest of the movie.
Mm.
But I was pumped up about it from the opening sequence.
Oh my god, I
Um,
thought the opening
yeah.
sequence was so cringeworthy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
I
thought
like the
so.
mask.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Go ahead.
they're like holding the like it was so typical of like those impactful moments they try to do in at the beginning of movies, but it wasn't. It was not impactful at all. Instead, it was cringeworthy to me. He's just screaming at Michael Myers like "Say something," and then it cuts away to a black screen and boom, Halloween
Yeah.
2018. It's like what the
Wow.
fuck? That's so stupid.
Yeah.
That's so
Well,
lame. But man, I did not. And then they bring this new doctor in who they refer to as the new Loomis, which I
and who
felt
you can tell right away is a bad guy.
is about yeah. And as
Totally.
soon as they said you're the new Loomis, that cringe almost sent me into fucking orbit.
Yeah.
I was like,
No, I agree.
that is so cringe, man.
Mm,
But it was so try hard and shit like that, man. You know the doctor's bad.
yeah.
But then you have the shit where like you have the bumbling dad running around in the kitchen in the beginning, and it's like,
Because we are. Go ahead.
yeah, but I mean that's what they want you to believe, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have this bumbling dad running around, and we thought it was supposed to be cute because of his like moments where he says stuff, but you're an older dude. You're not supposed to say edgy things. It's like they tried to make him the male Betty White of the movie.
Yeah. There was no level of credit that this guy could have through the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, he's just walking around. He's like, "Oh, I got peanut butter on my penis, Dad." And then they're sitting at dinner. He's like, "Hey, the principal, man, me and him used to smoke some killer weed together." Oh, Dad, stop it! So fucking cringy, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
What's up, Nicholas
Yeah.
Skills? Welcome to the stream, brother, man. New face in here, dude. I'm loving it. Halloween 3 fan. Well, make sure you hit that
Oh, there
subscribe
we go.
button. Join the horror fan, brother. Subscribe up, dude. But man,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna talk Halloween 3 another time for sure.
Oh, yeah. But man, yeah, Halloween 2018, it's like, look at this shit, man. It was really try hard and cringe to me because it brought not a fucking thing new to the table that we haven't already seen a million times. Like, that's why I'm defending Rob Zombie in this one, because at least he tried to do some shit different. Like, the inmate assault scene and Michael Myers escaping. Sure, maybe it was lazy, whatever, but by God, at least they didn't transfer the motherfucker again. Like, at least he gave us an
But,
option.
but he was on a bus. That's how he got out.
That's what I'm saying. In Halloween 2018, like, well, we don't have any way for Myers to escape. Let's transfer him again.
Yep, gotta make sure he gets away.
Yeah, fans haven't seen this 6 other times in the fucking series. So, they do that with it. And then, man, there's so much fan service. They chose fan service instead of a coherent story just because they think fans are so fucking stupid. That's all they have to do is appease the fans. Like, let's not let Michael do anything different at all. Let's just throw in the fucking masks from Halloween 3 in the background, and people will be stoked that there's Easter eggs.
What I see this other comment too about too much girl power in 2018 and the nostalgic opening sequence. Yeah, I mean it.
Well, that's
You can figure that out right away. I think my biggest thing for 2018 was you got Jamie Lee back in a series that she said she'd never want to be. I mean, she forced herself to get killed off in Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Yeah, like kill me off, please. I don't ever want to come back.
Yeah,
and for her to come back and her performance in the movie to me carried it. I don't know where they're going to go with the granddaughter sequence. I mean, they had a sequence at the end of the first movie that they kind of just ditched any sort of thoughts on in the next movie, of where she's running around this field with a bunch of mannequins, and I'm thinking, oh, she's got to go bad in the next movie, and she doesn't. I mean, for me, those are like
that would take creativity, Necro.
Yeah,
we don't get that.
I mean, that to me was the scene where I just totally didn't understand it. But I think the fact that Jamie Lee was in it, there was a level of intensity, and I think the plot was more coherent than the Rob Zombie movies. Didn't It might have not artistically gotten to his level with some of the scenes and sequences that he did, but I think that I think Jamie Lee carrying the whole series again. It's like I think that's where they start to lose it in the next movie. It's when I think she's in the hospital the whole time doing nothing.
Yeah.
But Halloween 2018, at least, I mean, for me, it was like they're trying to retell the story from the end of the original first movie and go forward, and doing the fan service with it, because a lot of movies nowadays they try. They'll redo these movies, or they'll do a sequel direct, and they won't acknowledge the fans. Like, oh well, they don't remember it anyway, so I'm just going to do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
And that, between Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, is one of the things as a fan of the movie that I liked. I mean, so many times you'll have a reboot or a remake, and they'll be like, look, you 40 something, 50 something year old people, look, we're making this for 20-year-olds. Deal with it. We've talked about, I saw the girl power thing about certain things being woke or whatever. I mean, it's like, look, they're trying to bring together audiences, and I think one of the things that they do relative to some of the other series where they try and tell a totally the same story but in a totally different way and ignore the fans, I think they're trying to be inclusive of a lot of different groups, and some people that rubs the wrong way and some people it doesn't. And for me, the fact that they have people from the original movie, or at least their characters, in both Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, it's like I want to see those things. It's like, what is their take on these characters from continuing directly from the first movie?
I just, I thought it was to its own detriment. I thought that they did so much fan service and did all this stuff. Oh, there we have another adult bot in here going fucking nuts and spamming the chat.
Thank God.
Yeah, we really needed that. So, I think the problem with that, though, is, man, with all that fan service stuff that they threw in, that it was to their own detriment, because the film didn't have its own identity, it felt like to me. It felt like it was just a mishmash of fan service and like a couple ideas here and there, and they just threw it together. I mean, because, even when we get to the end of the movie, dude, now this is supposed to be a sequel to the original Halloween. So they totally retconned the original Halloween 2.
Yeah.
This is the follow-up to Halloween, and then they ended it the same fucking way Halloween 2 ended. They catch Michael Myers on fire. Yeah, they catch Michael Myers on fire in the basement. But of course, like now, and this is my fucking problem with it. Laurie Strode, who for 40 years has been training in her backyard with mannequins, to survive a potential Michael Myers encounter. She's out there blowing the heads off of mannequins. She has a fucking trap door under her kitchen island. She has all these locks, floodlights out in the front yard, and all this shit. She builds a makeshift cage or cell in her basement.
We put it this way. I do see what you're saying. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I still like it.
In her fucking cellar, there's a makeshift cell down there, dude.
And you're saying that there was no thought put into this whatsoever, and yet you just outlined the whole thing as to how there was so much thought in Laurie's story.
Yeah, dude, that they put, and then she traps him down there, and then here was another cringy line. It was like, it's not a prison, it's a trap. Or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
But dude, they trap him in there, and Laurie, who's been waiting 40 years for this moment to finally get her revenge, Myers is going to get his comeuppance. Fuck it, let's peace out and assume he's going to burn to death. Let's also throw this fucking fire retardant locker in this corner of the room and pray to God he doesn't get in there and survive this this raging inferno of flame.
Come on, man, we need a sequel.
I mean, yeah,
you knew he had to get out.
But dude, man, that's why I was like, oh my God. So you wanted to get rid of the original Halloween 2
Just
Do
for
a
you.
direct sequel just for me, just to fuck me over. They're like, man, you know that fucking red bearded idiot from TalkHorror? We heard his favorite Halloween movie is Halloween 2. Let's really fuck him over.
Yeah, you didn't wait till the end credits. All the way at the bottom, it said, "Suck it, Bojangles."
Yeah, suck it, dick.
You know that's what they did. It was.
Yeah.
It's like a cut scene from the movie where they're just sitting around and just like, this is suck it.
Dude, just because you say shit like this, now I'm going to be like Jim Carrey from the number 23. Like, I'm going to, like, in every new fucking Blumhouse trailer, I'm going to see things that aren't really there.
Oh, but they are there.
But they're there just to fuck with me. And I try to convince other people. And, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, you just fucking ruined my life. That's all I'm saying.
Anytime Lori takes a drink, it's a signal to like Bojangles can suck it.
She's like those basketball players who, when they're at the foul line, like send a special signal home to their kids. Like John Stockton used to rub his face. It's something. Yeah, they're gonna throw shit in there like that. Just fuck you, Steve.
It's suck it, Steve. You like that movie? Guess what? We didn't.
Yeah,
and we're in control.
Yeah, but man, you know, it's like, you sons of bitches really made this movie and then did the same things you already did in Halloween 2? What?
Well, I mean, here's what's weird is, like, so they took away, at least some, you know, so we had the original Halloween 2. Now we have a reason that he's chasing Lori, which was the thing that at least I didn't like from the Rob Zombie movie. It's like, now he has a reason, you know, so now we're in this, he still doesn't have a reason. I mean, he's just out there killing people at this point.
Yeah. He's like, screw it.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's even a sequence where he looks at a baby in a crib and he continues to move along. It's just, you know, I guess he saw the potential for the baby to have evil and show up in Halloween 4. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows, man? Like, yeah, and you know, and J.K. says, you know, he liked that the masks from Halloween 3 made an appearance. Man, I like Halloween 3. That was a cool Easter egg, sure, man. But when you get into like, well, we're going to recreate all these death scenes, we've already fucking seen it, dickhead.
Yeah. See, J.K. Here's the other thing is too. For Halloween Kills, for Halloween Ends, there's a rumor that that the mask has some magical powers to it. That's how he's able to just mysteriously appear and disappear. I mean, even in the beginning of Halloween Kills, he's walking down an alley and he's bleeding, and this cop's shooting at him, and yet he didn't see him climb this fence. He's just gone. And then at the end of Halloween Kills, he shows up behind Laurie's daughter mysteriously. So,
well, and that's what John says here. John says Laurie preparing her house with all of that loses meaning when they wiped out all the movies before it. She wanted him to escape and attack her for 40 years? Yeah. I mean, John, John has solved the riddle.
Yeah.
John has taken, what was it, the red pill? He sees shit for what it is. Good job, John. Yeah. Because, I mean, seriously, like... Yeah, man. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, man. And that's what you get with some of their lazy-ass writing, which we're definitely going to talk about when it comes to Halloween Kills.
She would have figured out... If she was waiting that long to kill him off, she would have figured out some way to have him killed off in prison. I mean...
Yeah.
She would have... paid somebody off, hey, could you put this into his food? You know, she would have been a little bit smarter about it. I mean, if we're looking at it logically, that she desperately wanted to kill this guy, there's ways to get people in prison. I mean, I mean, she would have figured it out.
Yeah, well, they wanted to do this thing where they wanted to make her the apex predator. As horror films love that term now, they wanted to make her the one that and they clearly tried to do that shit, man. Look, this movie's not hard to figure out whatsoever, nor is any of the other Blumhouse productions. They do, yeah. I mean, literally in the 10 Things You Didn't Know About Halloween 2018 video I did, at the end it ends with a clip of Jason Blum smiling very greedily, talking about how he couldn't wait to apply like the the Blumhouse formula to the Halloween series and see if it worked. And it sure as shit did. They have a formula. And that's what we got a taste of, I feel like. But hey, what's up, Nate? Welcome to the stream, brother, man. Glad to see you back in here, dude. So, Halloween Kills, man. Where are you at on that one?
I'm still laughing about Jonas's last comment. I don't know if you were allowed to read that one, but it's cool.
Oh, what did he say? I didn't see it, I don't think.
Where that would be hilarious if there was a dick print along with the body print and the grass H2 and he peeked over the balcony.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you.
And I also see where Jonas asked about Paul Rudd wanting to come back for Halloween, or was that just a rumor? Well, man, so there was talk of Paul Rudd returning to the series, which and Malik Akkad has, talked about it. So they were going to get Paul Rudd to return, but he was shooting Ghostbusters Afterlife, so there was a scheduling conflict. And basically, what you can take from that is that Danielle Harris does not have the star power of Paul Rudd. So they were totally... That shit would have probably fucking sent her brain into orbit, dude. But, I mean, the rage...
As the actual real killer on the set.
Yeah. She would have went nuts because, I mean, yes, they wanted Paul Rudd. Rudd was like, no, I'm shooting Ghostbusters Afterlife. And then Malik Akkad kind of tried to explain, well, we thought about it. And really, we as much as we'd have loved to have had it happen, it just, no, they fucking wanted him. They couldn't get him. And yeah, there you go, Dragon Blues. They ain't got that Ant-Man money. They weren't willing to pay Paul Rudd the big boys. So,
well, it's Blumhouse. They're not going to pay for it.
No, that's another thing with Blumhouse, man. Jason Blum literally brags about not paying people.
J.K. made a comment about
where the fuck?
Halloween Kills made the lynch mob much the villain as Michael Myers. I actually think that should have been the point of the movie. And like if they were actually trying to tell like an actual artistic story, I think the way that they could have further enhanced that idea was to make the lynch mob's killings much more graphic than Michael's killings. Make Michael's killings more like the 70s movie where it's not as intense, not as just gory. Just make it, he's just killing. He's like that apex predator that he is.
The apex predator.
And that the lynch mob is just totally psycho. And it was clear that they were a bad guy in the movie along with Michael, but I think they could have done a better job with it for sure.
Man, it just shows to me. Halloween Kills really shows. Because with Halloween 2018, they had all the time in the world to get that project going. Because nothing, preceded it. So they had all the fucking time in the world, all this. And it was still a lazy-ass product to me. But
they piled on your fan service thing. They totally piled on the fan service thing.
Yeah, so when Halloween Kills came around, and of course Halloween Ends is following, but man, they're promising like next year another Halloween's coming out. It really fucking shows how good of writers they are when they were in a crunch, man, because we got Halloween Kills. And what David Gordon Green is, man. Jesus, what a rough movie.
Oh, we got a CG Loomis, though. Come on, man.
Yeah, we got a fucking...
As Michael killed again.
Michael killed again!
Like, what?
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. So they bring back bullshit like Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you motherfuckers are like Laurie Strode and just like... This son of a bitch tried to kill me when I was 6 years old. I'm just going to live in this motherfucker forever. I'd love to raise my kids in Haddonfield.
Yeah.
Nobody left that son of a bitch.
No, why would they? They need to make the sequel. They're like Laurie. They're all hanging out for 40 years. We've got to wait till he gets out.
Oh my god, man. And then they did, like Tommy Doyle had that stupid bat and
Yeah.
shit. Oh my god, man. But yeah, now you're talking about the lynch mob thing, and that just makes me wonder. So the deal with that is, like, when Michael Myers escaped, it was via a transport bus, go figure, and of course other residents of the Smiths Grove Sanitarium escaped as well. Or at least one did. And it's like, how the fuck did people... So a mob forms throughout the movie, because Myers is going around killing people. A mob forms that wants to take him out. And it's like... Dude, who in the fuck thought they kill in the hospital, they kill the other mental asylum escapee thinking that he was the one doing all the killing, and it's like, have you looked at the motherfucker?
Yeah. Yeah. Not imposing at all.
Not
yeah,
imposing at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think the roughest part, you thought what that was bad. I hated the fact that he just mercilessly killed all those firefighters. I mean, they put up no fight. I want to hear from a firefighter who thinks that they would just go down easier than Lori or any of the girls. I'm like, I've seen firefighters. I don't know that they would go down that easy.
Yeah, man. Or, that shit was like watching a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. They all just took their own turn at him.
Here, let me put my head in front of that axe.
Yeah, it's like, man, come on, dude. But, yeah, man, so you have the mental patient who is killed by the mob. And it's like, why the fuck would you do? Like, who the hell would think, well, that must be the dude that's running around killing everybody. Really? This 5'6", 300-pound man is the one who's hiding in the back of cars and killing people and, stalking the shadows? Like, my ass, get out of here with that shit. Like,
they should have just made him look like somebody who looks similar to Michael. I don't know why they had to make it look that different, except for if let's say they tried to put some thought into how crazy the mob was. I don't think that's true, but
man, Laurie Strode spends the entirety of the film in the hospital.
It's an awful part of the whole thing. I just, for me, I look at it and I just wonder. It's like, why are you doing this? I don't get it. She was great,
dude. I can't. I mean, because that's like the only thing that it has going for it was like, I don't think that movie would have been as huge as it was if they hadn't locked Jamie Lee Curtis down for Halloween 2018. Like, I think that was their big selling point. Like, the original cast is back, or crew, or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But man, what a terrible movie. I cannot believe that is how they chose to shoot those action sequences with the mob beating the shit out of Myers. I mean, that was like independent short film level bad.
And see, that's what I gotta wonder about this movie and where they're taking it with the mysticism of the mask. Is it something that's magical? And if it is something that is magical, and you didn't ram it home that there is some, people were talking about retconning the whole Mark of Thorn and this cult and everything. It's like, are you going to shoehorn this all into the third movie and say that that's what's actually going on? Because if that's true, you should have set it up better in the second one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
And Halloween 2018, man, because before he has the mask, I mean, he escapes from the bus. Then he kills those two podcasters, or, well, God, this isn't looking good for us. He kills those two podcasters. And I think he killed, another dude in the shop or whatever, but then he gets his mask, so it's like, I mean, he's still Super Myers without it. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess he's drawn to it, but
We got a question from Jonas in regards to the names Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. What do you think?
I honestly can't believe they went with that for their title scheme, man, at all. You?
I think it's very egotistical of them to try and do it at Halloween Ends. It's almost like they're trying to kill their own series off, or basically say to whoever buys the rights to it next, hey, we already did this. It's over. Halloween Ends. Don't ever see another Halloween movie after this because it's Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would have just preferred numbers or something like that. I don't know. The Halloween Kills part, I just...
Yeah, kills what? I mean, Halloween
Yeah.
Kills. What the fuck? Like, it doesn't even make. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Does it? You?
No. I mean, but like I said, I just don't like the Halloween Ends title. I mean,
Yeah.
like within the horror genre, I mean, these aren't like high drama movies. I make allowances for the movies a lot of the time because am I entertained by this? Did I go into it seeing what I wanted to see? I saw Halloween Kills. I saw what I was paying to see, but the problem with it is it's a second movie, and they're going to pull some Empire Strikes Back thing where something bad happens in the end of it, and we're going to get forced to like, oh, we got to see Halloween Ends because something really bad happens at the end of Halloween Kills, and it's just I don't know. I think they had a story there to tell, and I think that they did get caught up in the fan service, which I liked because I'm a sucker for that. But I think that they mistold their story in regards to the mob and Michael, and then targeting Laurie's daughter, like at the end because she's standing at the window. I mean, and he kind of magically pops up out of nowhere. It's like, that's why I'm like thinking, and there was another reference to the Halloween 3 masks showing up, but are they going to do that to us in the next movie? Are they going to have it where they're going to sell all these masks and anybody who has them on is going to turn into a killer and make Halloween 3 the way it should have been, instead of people dying wearing the mask, is that they become killers?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I honestly thought they would have in Halloween Kills. I really thought they were going to kill off Laurie Strode because I figured they would have made it to where you're like, holy shit! Now I have to watch Halloween Ends just to see what happens. Because if you kill off Laurie Strode, anything can happen.
Sure,
but. I mean, that's, their big cash grab right there, but...
I think it would have been a better ending for Halloween Kills.
Absolutely.
Because then you're left... But see, they wanted to hold on to Jamie Lee for a third movie, because you might lose some people. We're like, I ain't going to see it. Jamie Lee's not going to be in it. I would go watch it anyways. I've watched every Halloween movie. I'm going to watch that when they put Michael Myers into space finally and make Uber Michael Myers. I mean, that's... just my series.
That's what I'm saying, Dragon Blues. They didn't have the balls. They chose, in typical Jason Blum fashion, they chose money over artistic integrity.
Yep, I agree.
But, man, so, and Dragon Blues brings this up in, relation to the names or whatever. Halloween Kills, like, that was the thing, like, they titled it that, which makes absolutely no sense, but they wanted to, like, imply that it's going to be a bloodbath. That this is going to be the body count movie, and they were hyping that shit up, man. And you talking about egos, do you think with Halloween Kills they were trying to like, look, Rob Zombie, we can do it too?
Oh no, I think they were doing that in Halloween 2018. I think that whole sequence in the bathroom, where he kills off the filmmakers. Look, you knew that they were going to die. That was obvious. Yeah. But that scene doesn't fit the rest of the movie. It is so over the top violent and so over the top, like, relative to every other death sequence in the whole movie. Yeah, that was their Rob Zombie eat our shorts. Look, the teeth. It's just what he stayed there and
believe it or not, that's my favorite scene from Halloween 2000. It is, man. It is because it was brutal, and imagine how scared that chick had to have been. Is why I liked it, because it's like she's in there, she has no idea what the fuck's going on. That son of a bitch is in the bathroom with her and drops her partner's teeth down in front of her. That's why I liked it. Like, I thought it was
well, okay, that's you thought that was creative. What if he had dropped the guy's underwear?
yeah, fucking A. I'm surprised he didn't. Yeah,
it's like what's really gonna freak her out? You know, it's like teeth or look at these shorts.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, man, that would have been badass. But man, like, to me though, you know, okay, so they ripped off Rob Zombie, but man, it's like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, they have no identity. You know, they're trying this. It's like shit tons of fan service, shit tons of throwbacks, shit tons of all this. The film has, and then they try to rip off Rob Zombie. It has no identity of its own whatsoever. These movies will be totally forgotten about in 5 years. After Halloween Ends is out, they'll be lucky to get 5 years out of it, man. But
yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I mean, well, you love Friday the 13th. I mean, how often do you go back and rewatch all of them?
That's true. That's true. But I mean, shit, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's just, it's so rough. It's like, you're not.
Jonas knew where I was going with that underwear thing, though, too.
Oh, he did? I don't see it. Man, Jonas, where in the hell are you, dude? I'm not seeing you, man.
He was saying shit-stained underwear. Yeah.
Yeah. Your boy has a problem wiping his ass, and you've been doing podcasts with him. Think about that, Necro. Like, one of us right now could have dirty underwear, and the other has no idea.
Yeah.
Until Michael Myers kills us in a bathroom. You're in there taking a fucking hefty shit.
I would just ask, could he please wait till after I'm done? Give the man some dignity. Why are we getting killed off in bathrooms?
You haven't even got a wipe yet, dude. You're just sitting in there, and my shitty underwear gets flung onto your knees. Like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, he didn't even do, like, the backseat car thing. Like, they could have been driving away, and, like, you thought, like, he's going to get him in the bathroom, but no, he's just waiting in the backseat. No, I'm going to kill you in the bathroom. Okay.
Oh, my God, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Should have Jonas on the show. He's got IBS.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jonas. But, yeah, man, so for me, I personally go with, you know, like I said, we don't have ends yet to judge the trilogy, so we'll have to do another one of these. But, man, I totally go with Rob Zombie's set of Halloween films over Halloween 2018 and Kills, for sure.
To me, his directorship of the two movies is just so bad that he just doesn't. At least these two movies, they're telling a story. They're coherent. You can follow it. Yeah. You know what's going on. There's no white horse running around. You know, if he had wanted to take both of those movies that he did and make them one of his, like I said, music video type things and make it just psychedelically weird and stuff, I would have been behind that. Yeah. But when he basically the first movie, he remade the original Halloween. These two movies didn't do that. They tried to continue the story from that, bring Jamie Lee back, which convinced her. I just the first movie he did is so dismissible that it's just awful. But Halloween 2, they told him the reins are free for you. Do whatever you want with it. And I felt like he still fell into that problem of like, how do I start this movie off? And he ripped off Halloween 2, and and then he made it a dream sequence, and it's just like, oh my god! And then he had so much other there were so many other scenes that I liked throughout the movie. It's like he just needs like somebody to help him. At least with Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, you can sit down and watch the original Halloween, then watch Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, and you get a coherent story. Yeah. Yes, there's some things that don't make sense, like, oh, why did they do that? At least it's a story, and the other stuff, it's like it's not.
Well, you know what? I think they need to just get Rob Zombie one of those fucking child leashes. And
Yes, they do.
Yeah, just put him
Yeah.
on a child leash.
Yeah, no, just do it. I mean, why not? I mean, you have his name, you have his fans, and give him somebody who's actually being the director, but he's like artistically, like you said, you like the lighting he does, you like the other stuff he does. Well, have a director who's pulling that, hey, how do we Rob Zombie this scene up? This is the scene we're doing, Rob Zombie it up for us.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what? People would go see it. I mean, there's other famous directors that did that. I mean,
maybe he could be an assistant director, an art consultant. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know what the technical term for that would be. But
I think Spielberg did this before as an executive producer. He had his hands in Goonies and he had his hands in Poltergeist, but I don't think he directed either of those. And yet
he says he didn't, but that's debatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so here's another question I want to ask you before we get off here. I know we're over the hour allotted time, but which did you like better? Halloween H2O or Halloween 2018? For a follow-up.
Oh, for a follow-up?
Yeah, because you got to think, like, Halloween 2018 is a direct sequel to the first. H2O is a direct sequel to Halloween 1 and 2.
That's right. He does. He's his sister in H2O. Oh crap, man! I like the idea behind H2O better. With in regards to continuing it from 1 and 2, and skipping over 4. And I love 4. So I mean, it's hard for them to kick 4 out completely because I love the ending of 4. I think it has one of the better endings of the whole series. But I can't like Kevin Williamson, man. I can't stand the guy. He 90210 knows the whole thing. He Dawson Creeks the whole thing. I think growing up, I liked the movie, but see, then they ruin the ending of it. I mean, then they make a sequel after it. It could have been the ending of the whole series.
Yeah,
and then no, it's the paramedics driver. So.
Yeah, that shit was rough. So you're going with Halloween 2018?
For now, until I see ends, I want to see how they end it. I swear, if Michael and her like jump off a cliff together and fall lovingly into each other's arms against some rocks, I mean, I'm just like gonna be so done with it. I don't know. I mean, are they gonna do what I hated about the Rob Zombie movie? Are they gonna give Michael a reason at the end, and then you're just going like, oh my god, I hate you so much.
I have a feeling you're gonna be in for some surprises, man.
Yeah, I think they've already warned that it's going to anger some people. Like, watch, they're gonna make Lori his sister.
Oh wow. But man, Jonas has a question here. Do you like how enormous Rob Zombie made Michael Myers in the films?
How big he was in the Rob Zombie ones?
Yeah.
No, because it takes away from him being the shape, and it makes him more like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. That's what I didn't like about it. He's too big. I mean, he's supposed to be supernaturally strong.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't... I think in the original movie, more than one person was actually in the Michael Myers or the shape costume. I mean, they took turns doing it. So that they were proving the point. It's like anybody could be the shape. Whereas in Rob Zombie's one, dude, that guy was probably at the gym too. Not only was he getting, car riding lessons, but he was also like pumping iron the whole time. I mean, he had to have been.
Well, yeah, the Tyler Mane was like an ex-professional wrestler, and he's 6'8".
Yeah, but Michael Myers wasn't an ex-professional wrestler.
Yeah,
Unless that's what the guards were doing on the side was making him like wrestle and fight the other inmates. Like, I mean, that would have been funny. Like, that would have been like they basically start putting lots in and like treating him like Conan the Barbarian, and it is throwing him into random pits with other inmates. Fight, Michael, fight, and he fights, and you see him pushing a wheel, and he gets stronger and stronger each time, and that would have made sense to me. But he was just so gigantic. It's like. Instead, they have the deleted scene of the, like a what you said, a rape sequence or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it just I don't know. Not like I said, he gave him too much reason for it. I think they needed to let Rob Zombie be Rob Zombie with a fresh script in the first movie, and I think he should have put his foot down with it if he was going to do it at all. And I think at that point too, I think maybe John Carpenter wouldn't have been so pissed off at him. I mean, it's just he came across as like a hack. It's like, dude, you just copied me. That's all you did. And the first half of the movie, you gave him a reason, so you took away all the mysticism of it.
Yeah. So who all do we have left in here, man? I want to hear everybody telling us hi right now. It says we still have like 16 viewers in here. I want to see who has made it this long with us, dude. This far. And I want to hear everybody's opinion on this poll. I'm about to end this bad boy on which you think is better. Halloween 2018 or Halloween H2O? What up, Nate? Jonas Acosta, Rob Zombie should have just done Texas Chainsaw. Suits him better. Man, you know, I could say that, but then we wouldn't have the 2003 remake, possibly. I mean, you know, from Marcus Nispel, and I'm totally not willing to part with that whatsoever. You know, Rob Zombie, at the end of the day, you know, even though I do like his Halloween films better than the new ones, Rob Zombie is not a good director, and his track record shows that, man. So, I mean, the chances of him making that bad are far greater than, you know. Oh, shit. We're seeing some changes in the poll here, man. Halloween 2018 is climbing up the ranks.
Trying to sell it more. It's just too much of it like goes off of like how Halloween ends, because H2O ended it. His head's cut off. Ori wins, conquers all of her deep. It's a very complete thing. It kind of rounds it out and ends it. But they can't end it.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. They're, you know, evil never dies, dude. So I finished the poll. Which is better, Halloween 2018 or H2O? And the general consensus is Halloween H2O with 57% of the votes. Oh, man. Well, Nate, I mean, we've pretty much already gotten that with Halloween Resurrection. That's when you were saying, like, if Halloween ends with them falling off a cliff together, that's exactly... I mean, she kisses him and then just falls. Not even to the ground, really. She just kind of falls into the darkness because they were praying they could get her back for another one. They were scared to death to kill her ass off.
Is that why it's shot that way?
I think so, man. You know, I mean, she told him, like, I'm never coming back. Fuck y'all. This is never happening again. But I still think they didn't want to officially kill her. You know, I want to see her go splat like that fucking mental asylum patient in Halloween Kills. Like,
there's rumors like that the granddaughter's gonna kill her. You know, there's some crazy stuff that they're talking about doing in the next one, and it's just like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows, man? So, we're coming to the end of this stream. It's been a good one. I've liked it, and I'm glad to see you all still here with us, man. We still have Nate and Jonas and John, and who else we got? Nick, what's up, brother, man? Juno, Dragon. Man, I hope all of y'all hit that subscribe and like button, and I love y'all coming in and supporting us like this. So, Necro, do you want to tell them, since they stuck around to the end? So these are Talk Horror insiders. Do you want to tell them what our next project entails? And I'm not talking about the stream either. I'm talking about those polls.
Hottest women in horror.
Ooh, so
not survivors.
Yeah,
they don't have to survive.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get into. So I gave Necro the choice. I was like, man, you know, because we've been discussing possibly doing some polls and some videos where we go back and forth on who we think would win or who we think would survive or who he thinks hotter, whatever. Just some, some fun banter. So I come up to him and I'm like, man, you know what? Let's do one. Let's finally just do it. What would you want the first topic to be? And of course he chooses the hottest chicks in horror. And then proceeds, he's like, so I have this list of 10 people, man, but I want to have 42 just in case. And I'm like,
hey, I'm already thinking about amending it, upgrading it, because I know you're going to bring it. I know you're going to be like, here you go.
Yeah, so I'm like, so, I had to rein him in a bit. I'm like, well, dude, let's do a bracket of like 16.
Yeah.
Let them battle it out, and we'll see who the hottest chick, at least, and this may have to be broken up, dude. We may have to do a seasons thing. This is season 1, but I'm over here like, Necro, dude, we could do the real Freddy versus Jason. We could do Freddy versus Pinhead. We could do best final girls. Who would survive, man? Who's the best survivor? Heather Langenkamp or Laurie Strode? He's like, no, dude, I want to know who's hotter. Fucking Megan Fox or Naomi Watts.
We need to figure this out. We need the community to help us figure this out.
Elvira or Morticia.
Yeah. I mean, some of this too. I have some older movies that I've submitted some answers for. So hopefully people will go check them out, because the hotness factor is not going to just be how they look. Is what emotions they bring out in us.
But yeah. So like I've told him, I'm like, okay, make your list of women, then send them over to me, so that way like I can kind of like, at least for the first part of the bracket, I can evenly match them. So that way, if he chooses somebody like Elvira, I'm not going to come at him with like a total vixen. I'm going to come up with, with somebody like Morticia or Lily Munster or Vampira or somebody like that. Or and like if you chose Mila Jovovich, I'm going to come at you with a Kate Beckinsale. I mean, you got. I mean, we're scientific about this.
No, you have my list because it is your channel, so you do have the ability to go. Okay, well, I'd match up this person with that one. Take him out.
Yeah. Hey, Kimmy Russo, welcome to the stream. I don't know. I usually call everybody Brother Jack, dude, but I think Kimmy may be a chick. I need to come up with something quick and witty for our girls who join the stream. But welcome to the stream. First time seeing you in here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of the horror fam.
We got a Josh Hartnett fan too. The Faculty was a good one.
Yeah,
I like the Faculty. If you haven't seen Josh Hartnett in Penny Dreadful,
I have not watched any of that.
One of my picks comes from Penny Dreadful. So.
Oh man, we're back to getting the adult spam bots in here, man.
Don't worry, I'll be subscribing after.
Yeah. That's the real behind the scenes footage. Necro's just not leaving his computer after this shit's over. It's
probably some website I left open.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh my god. He brought the
I left it on pause.
He brought the adult malware in here, and now we're getting screwed over.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so that's what's coming up next. Is, like I said, it won't be a podcast. It'll be actual videos, but we're going to battle it out. He's going to take one side. I'm going to take the other. And you folks get to choose who wins. So, for instance, it could be Kate Beckinsale from the Underworld movies versus Mila from Resident Evil. And
it'd be cool if we could actually get them to fight.
Yeah. Oh man, Jonah says you should take one for the team and subscribe to their channel, dude.
I am. I'm going to totally do that after this. I'm like, pause the chat. Okay, got it. I'll go spam their channel.
Oh man, that'd be badass.
Now you know what we're doing at the after party.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's it. And then, of course, next week, we're going to have another podcast with us. We need to come up with a good topic for that. If there's any ideas floating around, shoot them in the chat box right now, and we'll see what we can do.
What do you guys want to hear about? And we love your interactions.
Yeah. Oh, man. Talking about all this Rob Zombie and Halloween 2018 goodness has really motivated me, man.
To make an actual movie that doesn't suck?
I bet the adult spam bot can make a better movie than that shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen Scream 5 yet, Steven? Yes. Yeah, we've both seen Scream 5, man.
Yeah, you could check out... had we seen it when we did the podcast on Scream? I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, we watched it, and then we discussed where we think Scream 6 will go.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like... And yeah, man, they have confirmed all the cast from Scream 5 is returning for 6, so...
Even the dead ones?
Yeah, I hope.
Well, it's gonna be Danielle Harris showing up in Rob Zombie 2.
Well, fucking Rob Zombie did it. Maybe they just show up as ghosts on horses. I mean...
Yeah.
Oh, man, so here we have Dragon Blues. So after Hottest Women, are you going to do Hottest Men?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, duh.
Zac Efron. Taking his shirt off again.
Yeah, you know what? If you want Reggie Bannister, we're going to give you Reggie Bannister. Yeah.
That's the way we would do it. We would pick the hottest dudes that we pick.
Yeah, fucking A, because Reggie Bannister slayed the ass, dude.
Yep. We pick the guys that we think are the hottest, not that you would think are the hottest.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The winners. Yep.
The fucking
I like that.
Yeah, the turkey from Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah, because he got that one chick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hottest dudes ever.
We may cut him a break though. We may cut him a break and give them Billy Zane from Critters.
Billy Zane. Billy Zane should be on any list with men. Doesn't even matter what it is. Just put Billy Zane on it.
Well, I mean, we're not going to give him like Titanic, Billy Zane, Tombstone. Yeah. No, it's the one from Critters where he has that fucking mullet. It's running wild, baby.
Yep. There you go.
What do we got here? Kimmy Russo has some suggestions. Look at this. Sherry Moon, Heather Locklear, Lisa Wilcox, Heather Langenkamp, Jennifer Aniston, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Nev Campbell, Alyssa Milano, Amber Heard. Damn. Well, hell, she did all the work for us.
Yep, I like it. I was actually thinking that one of the things that we could do in doing a hottest women, hottest men list was involve women in the stream while we were doing it to have an open discussion as to why.
Oh,
you never know.
Well, that could be bad. That could be tough, man. Women don't hang out
because we would be so right all the time, and we'd have to, it'd be so weird. Like they'd be going, "What? What do you mean?" And it would be weird.
Well, yeah, man, but I mean, also we'd have to have women on hand, and
there'd be too many people signing up to be on the stream.
Yeah, it'd be a thing, dude. I mean, you remember when you came in as the Crow? You might have to do them as the Crow.
Hottest men thing, the Crow.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. When we fucking do our debate on, because we know the fucking Crow's going to make it, but it's all pictures of you as the Crow.
Yep, the Crow.
It's not Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
Nate, man, just all you have to do is go to the channel, man, and just search for Scream. I think we called it, what was it, Scream Ruined Horror? Lawrence Talbot, what's up, horror fan, baby? I like to hear that, son. Welcome in, dude. We're really going off the rails now. We're talking about the hottest chicks in horror and how we're going to judge that once we start making those videos. But we're going to also have to do hottest men, or else our audience is going to go nuts on us. So
here you go.
We'll be
Thanks, Dragon.
We'll be accused of favoritism, dude. We can't have that. So we've already said we're going to throw in Reggie Bannister, total stud. There you go, Nate. That's the link to the Scream podcast, brother. Thank you, Dragon Blues, for that. Let's give it up for Dragon Blues. What an excellent mod. Yeah.
Though I don't know if she deleted all those messages about the website I got to go to, so I don't know.
Oh, man. But so we're going to do that, and then eventually we'll get into, like, you know, horror slashers or whatever, characters versus each other, and survivors, final girls, so. But as for podcast topics, who knows what the hell we'll do next, man. It's hard to tell.
You can always leave it too in the comments if you miss the chat and you think of it later. Just throw it in there.
Yeah. Don't be shy, folks. Get all up in those comments. But
and please don't request the crow.
Feel free to request the crow if that's what you all want to see.
That makeup's way too warm, man.
No shit, man. Oh, Dragon Blues wanting hottest men next. Oh my god.
Our hottest men.
Yeah,
These
our
guys
hottest men.
rock.
Yeah, well, I mean, officially, dude, we are part of the horror community, so I mean, we can include ourselves.
It's true.
It's kind of like voting for prom queen and queen. You can always vote for yourselves. Fuck it. To the devil with false modesty, as they say, Necro.
Yep, that's true.
That is true. Well, and Lawrence Talbot, is so weird he comes up with that as I throw out a Carrie reference. He says, would love your thoughts on the OG Carrie versus the remake. So weird. I'm telling you, dude, telekinetic powers with the horror
I like
fan.
it.
Gail Weathers versus Laurie Strode. Yeah, there you go, Nate. That's something that, you know, that'd be a fight that we could do, man. That'd be cool.
I'm sorry. I have all these like images of these girls fighting, and they're all inappropriate. They're all like old school, like so we fill up this pool with KY, and yeah, go.
Yeah, man, we need to get like those nerds from that one show, what like the World's Deadliest Warriors, where they had like computer programs that simulated all these different variables and shit.
Yeah.
The Vikings would totally kick the Mongolians' asses.
Yep. Exactly.
Stuff like that.
Exactly. I love it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, Lawrence, that may be a topic we could do at one point. I would have to watch, well, and don't forget, there's also The Rage, Carrie 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'd have to watch the remake again. I've only seen it once, but I do really like the movie, and the book is pretty good, as Dragon Blue said there. But let's see here. Okay. I guess that's it for suggestions, man. So we're going to go ahead and hop off, but we do have another podcast episode coming up. He said he didn't forget, he just doesn't remember that sequel. I don't blame you. But, man, yeah, we do have another podcast episode coming up next weekend, and we have a video coming up featuring the both of us very soon, where we're going to start our bracket, our tournament. But, all right, man. Oh, what'd you say? The volume cut out on you.
Oh, of Champions, a tournament.
Yeah, the Tournament of Champions, baby. But, all right, my friends, hey, thank y'all for coming in. Thank you for staying. Thank you for being part of the horror fam. I love seeing your smiling faces come back week after week and getting to talk to all of you. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Thanks to Necro for being on here with me and discussing this very painful topic, man.
I tried.
Yeah, you did good, man. You did good. I think we did as well as we could. But all right, man. Until next time, my friends, look horror.
Listen horror.
Ooh, TalkHorror.